Alrighty folks, we're back at it on the latest project. I picked up about 6 this morning. But this is the one we're currently working on, 2000 or 2001. I don't know what it's titled at. The build date was 2000. It's 24 valve, long bed. This was a really nice truck at one point, like all of them were, but this one unfortunately got stolen, and the guy that stole it crashed it. Went to auction, buddy bought it, or buddy's brother bought it, and my buddy brought it from his brother, and he brought it here. And I'm trying to salvage this thing back to existence. So today we're going to see if this engine is going to fire up. Yeah, we have to use a screwdriver in the ignition because that's the way I got it from the guy that got it from the guy that got it from the auction, via the guy that broke the ignition, put a screwdriver in it. But I'll show you what I did. Couple steps to make this thing go in the right direction. We haven't got to the body work yet. Funny enough, as we speak, my buddy Cornell, he found an actual gold truck, which is unbelievable, that had a good fender on it. So we don't have to paint no fender. The hood's still good. And I put new steering box on it. I had it on the shelf from a couple years ago. Might as well put it on this project. Oh, we got a nice little blue line and then a line not hooked up right there. What's that about? Oh, we got an extra relay right here. Now this is where it kind of threw me for a loop because I don't know if this is a fuel system doohickey because it goes down there towards fuel system kind of stuff. But we're going to bypass that because, well, the Achilles heel to a 24 valve is if you lose fuel pressure via the lift pump, it doesn't take that much time before your injection pump dies. So, sprung for a fast 100, put that bad boy in there this morning. I just need to put a battery in it, and we're going to see how this thing does. Got to put the gauge in it later just for monitoring purposes. But, you see what we're working with here? Make sure that's in the off position. Yeah, Joker's broke the heck out of that. Is there money in there? What's in there? Bunch of hardware. Oh, okay. So I just got this jerry rigged in for now. I'm gonna cut this extra line off. A lot of people will just wad that up and leave it under the dash, but it takes minutes just to cut this off and put a new end on it and good to go. Plus I need to run power leads for this, so I'm just gonna piggyback off the same line. They're just signal wire, so it's nothing high amperage. So let me grab a battery and we'll try it. I don't remember what this came out of, but it's going in here. Somebody took the handle off of it. I'm going to hit the trigger just so the fuel pump turns on, and I'm going to crack the fuel line up here. Forget to hook something up. Get no fuel pump. Need to get a cap for the fuel feed. There's no fuel in it. I honestly kind of planned on today being a sweet, fun-filled day getting this truck running. But I just could not get fuel to come out of the fast. I couldn't get fuel to go to the fast. I couldn't get it to do nothing. So rather than pull the tank, it's easier to pull the 4 bolts out and unplug 4 or 8 bolts and 4 wiring harnesses. And well, turned out I had hoops for me. The ball ain't even in her. Gosh dang it. But getting distracted with the BMW. Why are we here? We're gonna get no fuel out of it. What? Why not? We're not getting fuel sending unit working. None of that mess. Fuel pump on a 24 valve is supposed to be on the side of the block. That's all I've ever seen them. This one, I know somebody's been in here before because the little clip thing wasn't clipped over to hook up the fuel sending unit. And it's not just a fuel sending unit. It actually has a fuel pump in the bottom of it. So that's why I couldn't get fuel to do crap through that thing. It's because of that old girl right there. So, yeah. 98.5 to 2004, You get this kit, and it literally just plugs into your suction. That's your, supposed to be just a draw straw right there. But, yep, it's not the case. Somebody's got a pump in the way. In 2004 and a half, they switched over to that kind of crap right there. Oh, man. I had 10 gallons of fuel, think I was pumping air, nothing. So now I just need to order a draw straw. That's going to be the easiest thing. Let's go back over here. Look at this truck is just completely getting ripped in half. I'm sorry, truck. Question is, oh yeah, we got enough to, where would we put that? Who the hell is here? Ah, figured it out. I feel a little bit more rejuvenated actually having an answer on it. Word on the street from my buddy Roland Pope down in Texas. He said, before I finished telling the story, he's like, you found out there was a fuel pump in the tank, didn't you? I said, yeah. Because every one of these trucks I've ever dealt with has never had a fuel pump in there. He said that's a factory recall. That's their fix. Is they drop the tank, put one of these things in it, and that was their new lift pump rather than putting one on the side of the block, which really doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but sure. So I'm going to try and get a new fuel sending unit that does not have a pump in it, because this one was not showing anything on the gauge, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna put that damn bed down. Yeah. Anyway, pretty clean in there. Let's try to keep it that way. We need to get fuel out of this, and I thought I could just buy, you know, a factory fuel neck thing, but they didn't have anything of the sort. That didn't have a pump in it. So it says 1 3/8. We need to drill out this nice little platform right here that they just so happen to leave, that is like honestly perfect for this. So they anticipated aftermarket fuel suction or adders, and this straw will go down in the tank, and this will be our new draw straw. We'll still use the factory return, yeah, because that doesn't matter. We could put this return on it, but we've already cut that and installed it, so it doesn't matter. So I need to go grab drill gun, and then I'll show you what I do to keep the chips from falling in. So you take the fueler neck, so take the fill neck out, reach your arm up in there. Oh, we gotta go southpaw on this thing, huh? Put your arm underneath there with a spray paint lid. Oh, I put my hand in the diesel. Catches a little bit of debris. The hula hoop stayed in there. Perfect fit. I like it. So we're gonna need to put that there, and then hopefully, shoot, gonna have to, I don't think that other piece I had is any longer, but we'll add this straw to it, get her all tightened down. We good to go. They do a really nice job at these things. Got the S for the suction, which is obvious, you can see through it, and then they got a return. But on the return one, we're not going to use it, so it comes with a plug. Already came with the goop on them, ready to go. I like it. Hook back up, that's difficult to get up there, so we just capped it. It's not going to do anything ever again. So we got the relay turned off up front for the factory lift. This thing's hooked in, got the little gap you're supposed to have on the bottom. Let's go ahead, and I already hooked the battery up. Oh, details. Actually hear fuel in it this time. There we go. Right there in the second one. There we go. We got fuel. Excuse the mess. I got a truck blowing apart right here in front of the shop. We got fuel up front. I installed the fuel pressure sensor. It's not hooked up to a gauge, but it's there for when we get around to that. Let's see if it's gonna run. Don't worry, the fan's not hooked up. I don't have a belt on it. Might need to prime it, unfortunately. Need my small 3/4. But it started to lick, so let's see. It's got the oil pushing straight back into the other tube for the turbo feed. Just want to double check. Doing that oil. Double check. Get in there to do anything. I want to take those. Those are hold downs also. Outstanding oil pressure. We need to put turbo on there. I just wanted to make sure it would run. All right, so you see here, yeah, I just had it taped back in there. So we actually have trouble with the gauges coming on, but I'm going to go ahead and end this video. But to give you a sneak peek about what's going on next, this will be end of part 3, 4, something like that. I'm going to pull this fender off on this side, I believe. Maybe not. I'll leave it on there because it's got all that stuff tied up on it. But we need to get started on the long arm kit. The FAST is fully installed, operational. I just need to hook up the fuel pressure sensor. Gauge? No, I have to hook up the gauge. Sensor's already hooked up. But Yeah, that's a ticket right there. So I got to run up to the house, grab the excavator so I can put that bed back on there, get this truck back to looking like a truck again. What are we working with from here on out? I got a whole mountain of parts inside the shop. I have to show those to you. But we got new seat cushion, new dash, airbags are coming from another truck. Put the new ignition in. We got a new fender sitting over there that's actually already gold, and turbo, AC, the whole nine going up on the front. I'm kicking in a couple of these parts, core support, intercoolers, little things like that I got laying around all over the place. Oh, look at that. This thing still got its, might be injured, upper rad hose. I have to order some of those. But she's coming around. We just need to cut this junk off, get the front end put back under it, and that's where we're at. Thank you guys so much for watching. Whew. Sounded healthy, and judging by the fact how much oil is getting all over the ground, oil pressure is good. Thanks for watching. See ya.